Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. We're so excited to have you again. An Igbo group says they can no longer take it from the church authorities over the issue of ban on adoration ministry, where Mbaka is the director general, I would say, or he's the chaplain, of that particular ministry. Don't forget that some few days ago, Mbaka made an utterance against Peter Obi. Before we know it, went viral, and a lot of people lambasted him over the statement he made that Peter Obi can never be a president because he's very stingy and all of that. And when that issue came up, it seems as if all the good deeds of Mbaka was swept under the carpet. Don't forget that this Mbaka we're talking about has been praying for so many people. He's been into charity intervention so much. A lot of people have gotten employment from him, and from his connection. More than 25,000 people, are benefiting from him. So now, after they placed a ban on him, the whole thing just went down like that. The Adoration ministry seems not to be functioning, but already some people are looking at the future of the people who are enjoying from Baka, and this particular Igbo group have sent out a strong warning to the church leadership about banning adoration ministry, and that's what we're going to look at. They are preempting a kind of explosion, you understand, by the time those people who have been benefiting from him get into the neck. You're going to hear in full details what they have to tell, the Catholic authorities. But before we do all of that, if you've not subscribed to our channel, please do well. Hit on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. And according to the news, the youth wing of Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization, Ohanes and Igbo Youth Council Worldwide, OYC, has called for the reopening of Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka's Adoration Ministry, warning that a prolonged closure could spell doom. It has been reported that the ministry was shut down after Mbaka's outburst against the Labour Party presidential candidate Mr. Peter Obi. A protest from the Adoration parishioners did also not help matters, as a man was seen in a viral video threatening to take out Bishop Callistus Onaga of the Enugu Catholic Diocese. Mbaka had earlier come out to say that the young man in question has mental issues and declared that he would never be part of any plan to harm the bishop. Reacting in a statement made available on Wednesday, the OYC said the prolonged closure of Adoration Ministry was a time bomb waiting to explode. The statement was signed by the OYC National President Mazi Okunawike and the Secretary General Comrade Obinna Achionye. The group said they had been making efforts to calm the fried nerves of Father Mbaka's followers, stressing that it would be difficult to hold them down for too long. While alleging deliberate plot to frustrate Father Mbaka out of the ministry, the OYC said instead of being an upper room ministry, which is what it is, like the Ebube Monso ministry and Catholic prayer ministry, Elele, Mbaka's own has now been converted into a chaplaincy. Our information revealed that there is a serious gang up and conspiracy against Father Mbaka in addition to plan to take over everything he has labored for in life with a view towards crippling his source of magnified charity to the poor masses and send him out to overseas for further studies after 28 years of his priestly ordination. The Johannes youth also claimed to have uncovered plan to build a seminary at Adoration Ground, noting that if actually it is about Peter Obi, Father Mbaka has even apologized for his statement, and we had expected the church authority to forgive him in line with biblical injunctions. After all, what he said was a prophecy. The right thing was to pray against it. On the thread video, the group said the personality involved was a known mentally unstable character and that no one should lose sleep over his ranting. They appealed to Bishop Onaga to consider the numerous people Father Mbaka put food on their table every day. We are saying this because should they take to the street, it would be difficult to control them. In fact, the situation is just a bomb waiting to explode. We have been talking to them, but we don't know how long we can hold them. This is a man who takes care of over 25,000 persons, either by direct employment or charity intervention. Such a person should not be treated with levity. The church should learn to practice what they preach on forgiveness. The Bible told us that forgiveness could be as much as 70 times 70. So, since the priest had apologized, the church should look at the bigger picture and forgive him. Wow. Now, this has triggered a lot of reactions, and I just felt like let's talk about this issue and take into consideration a lot of things. And some persons who are at the who are in leadership position, Bishop Onaga and the rest, please should take into consideration this plea put forward by Ohanes and Igbo youth, because for me it's very, very important. There are a lot of people who are so important. Even when you rebuke them and counsel them, let them continue with their thing, because if his ministry has been able to provide for as much as 25,000 people in terms of employment, in terms of charity intervention, then such person shouldn't be played with. Yeah, we know he goofed at a point. He made statement that we can castigate and tongue lash him and all of that. But then at this point, we have to also reflect back on some of the key qualities of Father Mbaka. Father Mbaka has been very, very instrumental in the lives of most Igbo people. Has been. If you have the privilege of watching some of his videos and see the mammoth crowd that is always on ground, anytime this man have a meeting, you will know that his influence is so much in the southeast that if those people he's been controlling with his words decide to go out, on rampage or something, it won't all go well. It will be another kind of trouble for the southeast. Already southeast is like sitting on a cake of gunpowder. The soothing words of such men have gone an extra mile to calm people down, just like these guys have rightly said. I feel that Father Mbaka should be forgiven and he should be restored again. Yes, I know that a lot of churches have their principle disciplinary or punitive measures against such things. But right now, there should be, for me, this is personal, there should be some exceptions, and Mbaka should be given huge warning. I believe that he has seen his mistakes and he had apologized already. But then restoration will be far more important, far more important. Tell him he shouldn't get involved in politics and all of that. Though I know sometimes it's like because of how much people he controls, sometimes he just begin to talk and but that's just part of human inabilities and weaknesses. I feel they should call him back so that he takes his rightful position and continue his good works. After all, we have people who did not do who did worse than he did. We have people who are leaders who ended up destroying lives and all of that, but nobody did anything against them. You understand? So for me, I just feel that the Catholic, though it's Catholic Church is a big church, control its level of control is far beyond the shores of Enugu State. But please, someone should intervene on his behalf and let everything be done aright, because I can assure you that Father Mbaka's inmate, that's people I would say they are his employees. Imagine if after 2 3 months those people are being laid off small small, because I know that whatever he's been doing is traceable to his influence, and running of that particular chapel. So imagine after a while, some of those guys start dropping off in terms of, I can't pay you again. Oh. You can't say you have seen situation now. I'm not holding meetings again and all of that. And you start dropping them down. That particular organization that was taking care of more than maybe 10,000 employees or stuffs like that, they're going to be shut out. And Nigeria itself is not a place that you can leave your employment today and tomorrow you get another one, especially for those who are semi-skilled and unskilled. So, with all of that in mind, I just think that they should do the needful. Yes, I know that they want to send a signal out there that no one is above the church authorities and all of that, and you are meant to run your show in accordance to the church and all of that. But then please, let's just look into this issue and restore him so that boys can smile again, because from all indication the boys are not smiling, and by the time they are let loose, maybe we will see something worse than UGM running the show again in the south. That's where we would like to leave it. Go to our comments.